Nightfall in Bristol, where up to 140 women are selling sex on the streets on any given night. They are working in the shadows, and that's a dangerous place to be.
You just check the early evidence kit.
Tracy and her team are trying their best to keep them safe.
What do I do with the harm reduction again, Tracy?
They should stay in there.
Women can come here to access food and hot drinks, or condoms and clean needles.
Definitely all good for condoms.
Sometimes they just need a place to charge their phone, but other times they may be escaping sexual violence.
So we'll be going to where the women are actually working, so we're meeting their needs where they're at. We'll actually offer a safe haven, a safe space for women to have some respite from the street sex work.
The charity 125 has seen a 76% increase in demand over the last 2 years. And charities across the country say rising hardship, driven by the cost of living crisis, is causing more women to enter the industry. Women who sell sex on the streets are among the most vulnerable working in an industry where experiences can vary dramatically. Some will come to this as a last resort, others may be pimped or trafficked. And then on the other end of the scale, there are women who have actively chosen to pursue this line of work. The selling of sexual services is not illegal, but soliciting in public and brothel keeping are. Audrey is a sex worker. She has been working in a brothel in Bristol for the past year, and she is calling for the full decriminalisation of sex work.
You do have to constantly make that decision between, okay, should I work safely and risk myself breaking the law? Or do I work alone, isolated, and potentially in a lot of danger? A friend who does independent sex work has asked if I would be happy to drive them to a booking. I always agree, but that vital act of safety that I'm providing for my friends is actually a criminal act.
Decriminalisation is not the same as legalisation, but it would allow women to work without the risk of criminal penalties like fines or prostitute cautions, which stay on a woman's record until the age of 100.
It's the only caution that exists where there needs to be no evidence of a crime committed. It just needs to be a police officer thinking that you're a sex worker in order to give you a caution. So that actually inhibits people from exiting sex work.
Audrey thinks the buying and selling of sex should be decriminalised, but others say this approach simply legitimises exploitation and that the buyers should be targeted by the law.
I know there will be women watching this who will say, I've done it and I wasn't unsafe, and I respect that difference of experience. But I've also listened to many women who have exited prostitution, and I've looked at the research amongst survivors of prostitution who say there was no safe way.